couple of years ago, I was spending upwards of $90,000 on advertising. I did believe in spending the money, but I had no idea, only other than my tax return, that I was earning money. I didn't know how I was making it. I didn't know what advertising worked and what didn't. So I was just throwing a pile of cash and getting a return, but the reality was I didn't know how. All of a sudden, by actually looking at where the advertising dollar was spent and how it was working, I was able to see, well, there's a better way to do this. We were able to, in a very short space of time, reduce my advertising budget, but at the same time get a much larger return on my investment. I now have a lot more certainty in what I do, from a focus on hoping that I'm throwing this pile of cash at something for a return, which I was getting, to now, by focusing on the numbers, my business has grown by 30%. We've actually grown in a market that's shrinked because of the GFC. It's given me such certainty. If you're going to be like I was 3 years ago and just throw money and believe that it's working and you might be getting some form of income, but I can tell you for a fact you'll be frustrated because you really don't know. You're concerned because you're worried where your next phone call is going to come from. You're worried about the bill you've got to pay. Whereas if you have this knowledge that you know what works and what doesn't, all that is alleviated. If you're going to go out and throw money without any understanding, you're crazy. As most of us guys that are married, a happy wife is a happy life. My wife is about to get a new kitchen, a very expensive kitchen. This would not have come about without the ability to grow the business, to be able to work on these areas which we were very sadly lacking. It's through the education that I've had through David that I'm just supremely confident going forward that if I wanted to double my business tomorrow and had the money to put on more staff and more equipment, I could do it. Over the last 12 months and the last few years, a huge portion of our growth, which we're talking about marketing, has come through David Leary's knowledge and through the effort that he's made. I can't thank David enough for what he's done for me and my wife and our business, and my staff for that matter. They're all employed and everybody's happy at this stage.